Hey, how's it going, guys, and welcome back to another Stock Kings YouTube video. And today we will be discussing BionanoGenomics, ticker symbol BNGO. Now today I will be breaking down a recent trade I had on BionanoGenomics where I was able to make over 16% on this trade, guys. So this is kind of outside of what I usually talk about on this channel. Usually I go over stock analysis and my opinion on those stocks, but today I will be breaking down a trade and be showing you guys how I trade these stocks. So today will be a very educational video for you guys, and I think it'll be very interesting to show you how I trade and what kind of risk management I use. So I think today will be very interesting, and I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys want to see more videos like this, let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys do enjoy this, I will be showing you more trade breakdowns and how I trade these stocks. But before we get into any of that information, if you guys enjoy this content, please go ahead and drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you know whenever we come out with new videos. I have my new Discord server linked down below where we talk all about stocks, investing, and trading. So if you are into any of that kind of stuff, go ahead and join the community using the link down below. I also have my Webull linked down below where if you sign up, put in $100, you can get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,600, guys. And I get some free stocks with that as well. So if you want to help support this channel, as well as get some free money for yourself, go ahead and use that link down below. But with that being said, let's get right into this video. Okay, guys, we are here on the daily chart on BNGO, and I want to break down some of my key areas of support and resistance because that will be important to show you guys why they are there, as well as, showing you why I entered the trade where I did and where I got out at as well. So going over these support and resistance lines, first off, we definitely created support in this area right here at 515. So that is our basically where we bottom out at, but I also had a area of resistance at this time right here at 565 based on this empty wick coming down into this area and stopping right here. So we use this as a kind of area of support here as well as this empty wick, and I knew that price would fill this wick coming down, and then when we created support here, this is where I expected price to come up and retest this resistance as well. I also have a resistance line here at 667 based on this empty wick over here on this candle in the past price action. And I also have a resistance line here at 712 based on this green candle here and this wick coming up into this area as well. So those are my key areas of support and resistance on the daily chart. And this is what kind of helped me plan out this trade and kind of where, why I got in on this trade at this time and why I got out as well. So that's key that those key areas of support and resistance to kind of help you better understand why I did this trade. Now let's explain, what my thought process was leading into this trade. So I saw this big empty wick coming up into this area, so I expected this next daily candle to kind of come up and fill this empty wick here. So what my plan was to enter in on the break of this resistance at 562. So that is what I did. I entered on the break of this candle here at the 562, and this did not happen until later in the day, 2 days ago. So I wasn't able to enter until like the end of market hours. And then on the next day, this ended up gapping up massively, coming up to start the day at 656. And then it wicked up to around 695. And then it ended up coming back down. But at that time, I had trailed my stop loss. So that helped ensure that I locked in those gains at that time. When I came up, I trailed my stop loss as price moved up. So when price did decide to come back down in this massive red candle, this ended up taking me out at a profit, which was very important for you guys to know that you guys should be trailing your stop loss as price comes up, because like we saw with this big red candle, if price decides to come back down at that time, then you are getting out of the trade, because that will be very, very bearish for you guys if you guys are trading short term on BNGO. Now I have long-term positions on this stock as well, but this is kind of a short-term trade that I did to show you guys how I was able to make over 16% in one day. So that is very important for you guys to note, that I did trail my stop loss to get me out of the stock when it decided to come back down. Now let's go into the 30-minute time frame to kind of show you guys my thought process and exactly when this was happening. So what I saw on the 30-minute time frame, we saw this break above early in the day with this massive green candle, but we have the 50 EMA coming down at that time, and we got a sharp rejection off of that. So I did not enter at that time, and then we got some pretty nice consolidation here for most of the day, and then we did decide to come up, and once we got a break above the 50 EMA, I was much more bullish about a short-term position to the upside. So once we got up, I entered my position right here at the end of this 30-minute candle close. That was my confirmation that we were moving to the upside, was this 30-minute candle close to confirm that we were going up when it crossed above this resistance line here at 564. So I did not enter here because the 50 EMA was pushing this down, but once we did get across of both my resistance as well as the 50 EMA, I was pretty confident that this would move up. However, at this time, this did come back down to retest the 50 EMA, but to kind of show you guys what I did here, this was my entry point right here. I did have my first price target here at this empty wick over here. So this was my first partial profit right here. I figured that this could reject out of this area just like this candle did earlier in the day, so I wanted to take partial profits at that time. Then what I did with my stop loss is I had it right below the 50 EMA, so I decided if it did come back below the 50 EMA, then that would be bearish momentum and I would not be want to be in the trade at that time. So that was what I had. I had about a 3.66% stop loss with a partial profit at around 5.58%. So that was my trade, my initial position when I kind of entered the trade, and then price did come back down and it held support here at the 50 EMA, which was very good news for my position. We then ended up breaking back above this resistance and kind of traded up for the rest of the day, and then at this time we massively gapped up, so I did get my partial profit here. I took out about 20% of my position at that time, and then to start the day we ended up being massively gapping up here to 654. So to kind of show you guys, after that I moved my price target here to 669, which was our next area of resistance, and then I moved, so price would have been right here at that time, and then again we have a massive stop loss at this time. Like I spoke about earlier, this is not good news, because if price does come back down, then this will give price the opportunity to take you out at a loss. So what I did at this time is I moved my stop loss up into this area over here. I kept it right around here, because looking back at some of the past price action, we do actually have kind of an area of a resistance in this area here. So what I did was I moved my stop loss to kind of meet this over here. So I had about a 5.5% stop loss at that time from price here, and then as price continued to move up very quickly during the day, as you can see, this all happened in the first 30 minutes of the day. So once we hit this next price target here, I then took out another partial profit at that time, further reducing my position. But in this scenario, I am ensuring gains, guys. That is very important. Once I ensured some gains at this price target here at 669, I further increased to the next price target here at 712. However, in this area, we still have the 200 EMA in this area. So this is where we rejected off of at this time. So as price came up to this 200 EMA, I was moving my stop loss as well, and I moved it to just at this support here at around 670. So as price moved up, I continued to trail my stop loss and moved it right here to 670. So if price did decide to come back down at that time, and it did, I got out of my full position at 670. So and when it came back down, I was taken out at my full position. So looking at the entirety of this move, I got in right here at around 573, took my first partial profit here at the top of this wick at around 605, took my next partial profit here at my next resistance at 669, and then as price moved up, I was able to trail my stop loss to move to the support at 669, and then was able to get out at a full position at 669 at that time, and that gives us to a full percentage move on this position to about 16.77% gain on this position. So that is kind of how I was able to get a over 16% gain on BNGO in just one day, guys. So that kind of explains how I was, managing my risk on this trade, as well as ensuring some gains by taking partial profits at these key areas of resistance. And also I was reducing my risk by trailing my stop loss as price moved up. So those were key ways that I trade my stocks and my positions, especially on BNGO, that is very volatile. So I always make sure I'm taking partial profits to raise my account, and also I am trailing my stop loss just in case price does decide to move back down like we saw yesterday. So this is all very important to the way I trade. But that is all the information that I had for you guys today on BionanoGenomics, BNGO. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like this, let me know down in the comments, because I usually, don't make trade breakdowns on this channel, but let me know if you want to see more of these, and drop a like on this video as well if you enjoyed this content. Subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications if you want to see whenever we come out with new videos, and again, I have my Discord along with my Webull link down below if you would be interested in either of those. But as always, guys, I hope you have an excellent day, get some gains in the market, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.